Here in my neighborhood in Kyiv, we're living through anxious and uncertain times. On May 24th and 25th, the city endured one of the largest air attacks of the full-scale war. More than a dozen ballistic missiles, hundreds of drones launched by Russia, all over the course of a few nights. At the same time, Ukraine's armed forces and security forces have been striking deep into Russian territory, hitting weapons factories and, more recently, as you saw, strategic bombers. But Russia has a pattern. When it suffers losses at the front, or in this case, behind the front, it retaliates, generally, by attacking civilians. So here in Kyiv, people are bracing for what comes next. That kind of pressure affects everyone, but it weighs especially heavily, I find, on young people. Case in point, during that recent attack, I met 17-year-old Kira and her mother Natalie, who was 40. We were sheltering in the same underpass, about a block from here. I asked Kira what she wants to do when she grows up, and here's what she told me. What are your hopes?
I want to be an actress.
Okay.
I know it will be really hard, and I'm not sure if I can make it, but I really want to. That's my dream, so I'm hoping to do whatever it takes.
What doesn't show up on the video there is what we're both hearing as she speaks. We're hearing the buzz of a Shahed drone. I asked her to describe what exactly it sounds like. What is the sound that we can hear in the distance?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Like the sound of the drone, Russian drone.
And what does it sound like? Because the microphone won't hear it, so describe it for the audience.
It's like...
Kira's story is one of many, and what she's going through is sadly common. A recent survey by the NGO Teenager found that 80% of teens in Ukraine experience daily stress. 86% say they feel physically exhausted. More than 70% say they often feel helpless or desperate. And 3 out of 4 worry constantly about the war. What's striking, of course, is how these feelings don't just show up during attacks. They linger. They shape entire routines. They stay in the back of your mind or their minds. They change how young people live their lives. Kira told me that after a night in the shelter, she wakes up late, feels off balance, and has less energy to study for exams. Even in the quiet hours between sirens, the war is always there.
You wake up later because of the messed up sleep schedule, and this free time that you have until another missile attack or drone attack, you have less time, and then at night again you go to the shelter, same thing. Like, during these moments, you basically don't live. You don't live out your life on the fullest. You don't do the things that you don't get to do the things that you could be doing, and yeah, it just makes your life harder.
And for young people closer to the front line, that pressure can be even more intense. That's where organizations like Project Hope are stepping in. Since 2022, they've opened 13 psychological support centers in 8 cities, including Kherson, Kramatorsk, Kharkiv, Odessa, and Kyiv. I spoke via video call with Alexandra Besedina, Project Hope's mental health coordinator based in Odessa. She coordinates mental health support for displaced families, including teens who have fled occupied areas, and those who have loved ones who are serving at the front. She told me it's hard to be a teenager in Ukraine right now. You're supposed to figure out who you are, but instead many kids are just trying to stay calm, stay safe, and make it through the next night.
It's really challenging to be teenagers nowadays. As you can see from your interview, from your daily talks with teenagers, yes, as you mentioned, it's really challenging. It's difficult for them because war stole their childhood and the possibility to think about nothing and to be just freely walking the streets. And you know, we have curfew hour now and daily shelling. And also they have witnessed trauma of witness. They're checking social media as they can see explosion daily. They don't need to Google it, to look in, to search for it. They're just coming in all news. And it's also causing traumatic experience.
Runs group therapy sessions, art classes, movie nights, even board games. Simple things. But they give kids a chance to talk, to laugh, to feel normal.
It's a place where they can freely talk to each other. It's like equal cycle managed by psychologists. They have one topic to discuss, and there's no judgment. You can express your feelings, know how to cope with them ecologically. It's really important for them.
Kira finds her own ways to cope. She plays video games like Last of Us. She practices acting by reading movie lines on TikTok. But the stress never fully leaves her, and her mother sees that.
As a mother, it's very hard to see how your children is suffer. She can't live her life as she wants.
To better understand the long-term effects, I spoke with Dr. Lauren Patov. She's a pediatric psychiatrist at Northwestern University and recently traveled to Ukraine to volunteer with the NGO Voices of Children.
There will be long-standing issues, concerns for children, teenagers after the war ends. It's almost going to be impacting this entire generation. We anticipate very kind of at the basic level, ongoing symptoms of trauma, PTSD. So, flashbacks, anxiety, potentially difficulty going to a certain area or, hearing loud noises, things that could definitely trigger feeling like they're living through the war again.
This week, Kira went to her prom. It was a small moment of celebration in a life filled with uncertainty. But the next day, Saturday, Russia attacked Kyiv again.
We just really hope that the war will end really soon, because honestly, I don't want to move to another country. Like, I want to live this life here and I want to be happy here, but I know that if war will keep going, I won't be able to do it. I won't be able to live happily here. I will be in fear, and I don't want this to be my routine. Even though I really love Ukraine, I really love my country. But it's sad knowing that soon enough I'll have to move to another country, because this is really stressful to keep living like that.
For UATV, I'm Jared Goyette in Kyiv. For more stories like this about life in Ukraine during the war, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you.